Hi.
Hello. How's it-
I was trying to think of something to chit chat about, but it was
You
coming
know,
up empty
I was thinking the same thing because I'm like, we chit-chatted
before we
before
started
we
recording.
started.
I know, but that was a catch up. We
Yeah.
had to catch up.
And now we have to chit-chat.
And now we have to chit chat for everyone to listen to.
What are good chit-chat categories?
The
I mean, the
weather.
weather. Yeah. It's nice.
And you say good chit chat categories, and anyone who's anyone, if you started talking about the weather, would be like, why are we talking about the weather?
No, I mean, when I was in college, I dated a meteorology major. So that was like,
That's kind of fun.
yeah, that was like their thing. They talked about the weather.
Wait, that's actually really fun. I like that. I would like if I was dating a meteorologist, I would make him like pretend to be in front of the green screen thing.
Yeah.
And like
Do
act
your
out
little
with the
show
weather.
for me.
I'd be like, and action.
Where's the cold front coming in from?
You have to do the movements and everything.
It's sweeping in.
Hell yeah, I would do that. Are you kidding? That's so hot.
Everyone, she's looking.
I'm looking. Are you a meteorologist? Email us. I'm looking.
Yeah, put your name in the.
Oh my God, I just realized
title.
I
What?
wasn't recording on GarageBand.
No, it's okay. I'm sure it's fine.
I just started, but oh no. Maybe James can take the Zoom audio from the beginning.
He can absolutely.
Okay,
take the
perfect.
Zoom in.
Thanks, James. Sorry. I smoked too much weed before this recording.
You forgot to press one button.
I forgot to press one button.
Someone
David,
flog this
yeah.
woman. Oh God, where were we? We were talking about
Meteorology.
the weather, the meteorologist. If
Yeah.
you're a meteorologist, send Sam your info.
No, but genuinely, it's because I think it's hot when someone's really passionate about something or really good at something.
Yes, I agree.
It's so hot to me.
That's an attractive thing.
Yeah, so if he's like into weather, come on.
Yeah, he's so into weather, you're going to get into weather and
Yeah.
start becoming a meteorologist.
I am.
too.
I'm actually already a meteorologist.
Wait, we have to get into the movie because this is related. I'm Shelby.
I'm Sam.
It's the rom-complex.
Romance ain't gotta be overrated or complicated. The rom complex. Welcome, we're glad you made it, but don't be shaded. Rom complex. It's just the rom complex. It's just the rom complex.
I segued too early. I segued before the intro.
The segue came and we had to prepare ourselves
We
for
did.
it, to
We did.
welcome it. Hello, everyone. We didn't go see a movie in theaters this week, so we're talking
Unfortunately.
But fortunately, Tubi has offered us, I would say, its best showing so far.
Honestly, best. Oh, do you know what? That's what I was going to talk about in the chit chat, but I'm just going to mention it here instead. I discovered while watching this movie, which is Kissing is the Easy Part, now available on Tubi, that Tubi is now the home of Passion Flix. Passion Flix was a
Okay.
streaming service that was started, I don't know what year, but when it was started, it was specifically to make movies that were sexy.
Okay.
So it was like women's, like, you know, from it,
Yes.
like adapting romance novels and things like that, where it's like there's passion and lust and all of these things in it. I have seen so many Passion Flix movies and I've never had a Passion Flix subscription. So when I watched Kissing is the Easy Part the other day, one of the recommended was one that I knew for a fact was a Passion Flix movie. And I was like, wait a second. And then I looked and they're all on there.
Oh my gosh.
This is not an ad for Passion Flix, but like, babe, go watch.
Rush to Tubi.
Do it right now. Thank
to
you,
watch
Tubi.
your
That's what
Passion Flix.
Gotta thank Tubi.
Our regular thanking of Tubi has commenced. Thank you, Tubi.
I love that you did the cross.
I know. It's ritual.
Yeah.
We do it every month.
Yeah.
So
You're so right.
Tubi, this movie, Kissing is the Easy Part, it's adapted from a Wattpad novel. And you may know from our appearances on the Ready to Be Romanced podcast, but we watched a couple of Wattpad adaptations.
Yes. We've also seen the ones that are not on Tubi, like After.
That was a yes.
That was a Wattpad. I'm waiting for them to make a legitimate like production of one of the old One Direction fanfics where my mom sold me to One Direction. I need it. I need someone to make it.
Wait, no, because my mind, it's doing somersaults, Sam. I feel like I can make this. I feel like
movie.
I know. I have a vision.
Whoever
for
does it will be a billionaire. So I'm just telling you right now.
You'd make it really funny and silly and campy. Like go real
go
wacky
all
with
out.
it.
Yeah.
Love that. They did not do that for Kissing is the Easy Part, which, okay, plot-wise, this movie does have some very silly aspects, but the movie is surprisingly, like, emotionally grounded and, like...
I think it's the performances. Like, here's the thing. A lot of people are like, no, the script was just bad. But a good actor can make a bad script look fine.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened here.
I think so, too, because, like, okay, so... It's a teen high school rom-com. Our setup is we've got a popular girl, that's Flora, and her parents secretly set her up with this guy.
Sean.
Sorry, my cat's being loud right now.
Oh my gosh. Amity, relax.
She's just clawing on stuff. Anyway, so her parents secretly set her up with a physics nerd, Sean. Hoping that it'll make Flora more studious and everything. So that's kind of the basic setup we have here. But Sam, what is this movie about?
Oh my God. Every time you ask me that, my heart starts beating faster because I'm like, I can't fuck this up. I get so stressed.
You literally can, because we could just take it multiple times. Like, there's so little pressure.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this movie is actually about figuring out who you are and not apologizing for it.
Hell yeah. That's hell yeah.
Hell
and
yeah.
Then you
snaps.
don't apologize for it.
Yeah, and don't apologize for it. Because
especially to your parents.
Fuck those motherfuckers, number one. Because they didn't just set her up with a nerdy dude. They literally said, our daughter, she molds her personality to whoever she's fucking dating. And so we want her to date you because you're into school and we want her to be into school.
Dude, they treat her so poorly. She gets the shit end of the stick, if that's a term in this movie. Flora does.
Yeah.
You know, the shit end of the stick. It's this, you take a stick and you touch the shit with one end. So.
Yeah, it's that end. Yeah.
And she gets that end.
Yeah.
And it really sucks for Flora, which you don't realize at first because it starts out and she's like popular and perfect.
Yeah.
But of course.
And like nice too, because I feel like sometimes in the setup, Flora, like the popular girl's also a bitch who needs to learn to be kind.
She's not a bitch, but she does not respect the rules of the road, including stop signs, turn signals, stoplights. It's fine, but one day it's going to get her in trouble. You know, it's going to get her in an accident.
Sure, but she's not, being mean to people. No, I guess
she's fine. She's
that's
good.
more important to me than how someone's. Actually, that's not true. I hate when people don't know how to drive. You know what?
Other than that, she's really nice.
No, she's like perfect. But like genuinely, if a car ignores a stop sign, I'm like, ugh. But if a bicyclist, that pisses me off, man. That really grinds my gears. They do. They all do. And yeah, I want the bicycle community to come after me because I've never seen a single bicycle on the road with a car obey the rules of the road is all I'm saying. So Flora can do whatever the fuck she wants.
And, if you are thinking about coming at Sam, keep in mind that we do live in Los Angeles where the car rules. Like the car.
But I believe this about any. I specifically felt this anger when I lived in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't get many, you're right, we don't get many bicyclists here. But in Chicago, they used to grind my gears, man. I was so mad every single time. I'm like, you fucker, you ignored that stop sign. You're not allowed to do that.
And then you punch the car. And then I love when a pedestrian hits a car. Oh, that's so cool. I do think, I do think
what this thing. I don't think that actually happens.
I have seen it in real life.
Okay.
I promise you. Usually it's
I believe you.
when people are going to cross a crosswalk and a car turns right.
Yes.
When they should be waiting
I've been
for
that car. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that I do that a lot, actually. Whoops, sorry.
Well, only if you like almost hit a person.
Right,
like, if
right,
they're not,
I've
if
never
no one's
almost
crossing, who cares?
Yeah. Sometimes I've pulled out too far and then like it's time for them to cross and I'm like, sorry.
Yeah.
Not enough room.
It happens. That's different. So
anyway.
I do think, this movie is about like, you don't have to be what your parents tell you are.
You don't have to be what anyone tells you you are, but you. You get to decide.
But specifically, I think for this movie, I feel like both of them have these moments where it's like, oh, this part of my personality is because of what my parents told me when I was a kid over and over.
Yes, of course. And that's just life.
That's just life.
But I think ultimately, like, both of them come from this place of you have Flora, who's like popular and kind of like, again, takes on who hasn't dated a guy and fucking, we just talked about it. Now I'm a meteorologist and it happens. And then you have Sean on the other spectrum who is so obsessed with physics and school and wanting to get into MIT that he doesn't make any time for stuff outside of that. And so it's about just like finding the things that you like, but maybe, also opening up your worldview a little bit. You might like more stuff.
Yes. They do open up their world. And okay, they are so hard on Flora. A lot of this plot revolves around how like, oh, she takes on other people's personality because she doesn't know who she is. But the only, we don't see that. We just have the shitty ex-boyfriend character telling us that multiple times.
Yeah.
And really, it's like people can get into their partner's interests because they like that person.
Right.
And, people are going to be like, Shelby, you've seen yourself and are being defensive. And yes, one of my favorite things is if I'm into a person and they're really into something, then I'm going to be like, tell me about it. I want to get into it too.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you want something?
Space for that for relationships.
Of course. And you keep what serves you. I think
exactly.
The healthy thing of it is it's like, there's no problem with getting into something because the guy or the person you've just started a relationship with is into that thing. But then it's like, okay, they're really into this particular video game. I don't really like that video game, so I'm not going to play it with them. But if they want to talk to me about it, we could talk about it. Whatever that looks like. There's no...
Yeah, but they are so hard on her.
They judge her very harshly for it. And the whole movie, I was like, no, she seems to know who she is.
Right. She really does. She's the most self-possessed, 17-year-old you've ever seen.
I'm like, okay, girl.
But whatever. They tell us over and over again that she's whatever. Anyway, so the movie, it starts out first day of senior year of high school for all of these kids. Flora, she's perfect, popular, and also nice. And she doesn't want to go to college. She has this whole thing and she doesn't want to go to college just because, she's supposed to. And I'll just be become a feminist in a knitting circle. She doesn't say that, but, that kind of thing. It's not appealing to her. And instead, she's overly committed to her boyfriend's TikTok brand. She's
Tuck Everlasting. His name is Tucker.
Yeah. And he's selling hair gel and stuff. And he's clearly just just foolish boy. Yes. We don't even need to talk about this. You get it.
Guys, we get it. We all know.
She's the brains behind the operation. He's TikTok star, whatever. At the first day of school, they're showing all of the clubs or whatever. And Sean in the physics club, he's doing a presentation and he accidentally spills water on his shirt. Whatever. Hijinks ensue, and when the curtain raises, he's shirtless. So now everyone knows that he's physics nerd Sean is hot now.
Yeah.
He's got
because you couldn't see it. You couldn't see it
underneath
through that tiny little t-shirt. Yeah. That well-fitted t-shirt.
Biceps bulging out of the sleeves.
It's so silly. It's genuinely so silly. And I just love this idea that Sean was the nerdy physics dude and then came back hot after the summer.
Yeah. It's so...
We always see it the other way around, right? We always see it as the girl who came back from summer camp. She has boobs now. She's hot. So I like that it's him.
I also like that I'm pretty sure a woman wrote this.
I love that.
And so usually you only see like the, nerdy guy and popular girl trope when it's like the male wish fulfillment
Right.
part of that, of like getting with the hot, the nerdy guy finally wins one. So seeing it as like no, actually they want him to be like desirable as the romantic interest also. Like it just was different.
Yes, a woman did write. Well, a woman wrote the novel and a woman adapted it for the screen. So yes, two women.
Wow. Multiple women involved.
Two whole women. We love to see it. No, 100%. And I think that's why this movie is better.
It works better than some of these
It works better because and I do agree that like whenever someone's writing and there's like a self-insert into the story, you can feel it, I think, a lot of the times. And you're just like, oh, I didn't really want to be along the ride of you processing your shit. Like I would rather
Actually, I don't think you should be like forgiven or,
maybe just go to therapy and talk about it with them and like don't make me sit through an hour and a half plus. But yeah, I think because it's from this perspective, it's almost read as like not a big deal. Like him coming back hot is kind of just like, sometimes people get hot. Sometimes people get hot. Like it just happens. Yeah. And so again, because I think there isn't that self-insert aspect, I think we're able to just be like, okay, here are the facts. Sean's a nerd and he wasn't hot, but now he's hot. And that doesn't change the fact that he's a nerd.
Right. Yes. And he wants to go to MIT and MIT only. He's one of those like only applying to the one school.
No backup schools.
It's very funny to me. Like I've talked to you about the show Encore on Disney Plus, where they go back and take like people who put on a musical in high school, 20 years later. When these people are in their 30s, they bring them back to put on this same musical again. And one episode, there was a person named Shelby, I remember, and they were like, I only applied to Harvard.
That's so funny.
Anyway, if you're in high school, apply to more than one school, please.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's hard because, it's money.
And it's like 20, 30. I mean, when I was,
application
it was $25,
fees,
so it's probably like 50, $75 now.
Probably. Honestly. Yeah, no, totally. But just, just make sure that your path isn't too narrow. Broaden your search a little bit. Cast a wider net.
So, and the guidance counselor is telling Sean this, like, people like you can look like you on paper and still not get into MIT because they have a lot of, you'll need scholarship, whatever. They have whatever. Anyway, he's like, you need help, like maybe a letter of recommendation, maybe from like the Morgans, those famous physicists whose daughter happens to be Flora, your classmate Flora. And Sean's like, I am not friends with her though. So like how
am I supposed to get it?
And the guidance counselor is like, oh, be friends with her.
Yeah.
Easy.
So easy. Yeah. Guidance counselors notorious at giving half-baked advice.
Right. That's what they do. I mean, I don't even remember talking to a guidance counselor, to be honest. I think it was one of those, like, they were like, oh, we don't have to worry about her.
We had them for sure.
We don't have to worry about Shelby, so, like.
Couldn't tell you what their names were. No, they never helped me. I definitely was a, like, I'm going to school for theater and then I'm going to be a famous actor on Broadway. Yeah. Except I hate New York, so why the fuck was that my goddamn goal?
That's so funny.
I don't hate New York. I don't hate it. No, I didn't.
You didn't
because I'd never been.
Yeah.
I didn't go. The first time I went to New York was after I graduated high school. But I was in the Bronx. So I was like, okay, Bronx is different. Like, it's a different vibe. But I was so set. I still was like, no, I'm going to be on Broadway. And then I was like, why? You don't even like, whatever.
Yeah.
I do like New York. I don't hate New York. I hate Miami. But
this movie, by the way, is set in the Boston area.
Yes. There we go. Boston, MIT.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So Flora, she's tasked with getting a keg for Tucker's party. He's going to have a big, school's back. Let's all drink.
Back to school time. time.
Back to school time. Parents are gone. So she goes and tries to buy one from Sean, who works at like a convenience store.
His family owns. It's like a family convenience store.
So his mom works out there too. So he says no. He's like, no, I'm not gonna. I know you. I'm not gonna sell you a keg.
We literally are classmates, and we're underage.
We're like, what?
Yeah.
But she just calls the mom and is like, oh, I'm Tucker's mom. Like, can we have a keg delivered? Which is just like, why would you fall for that? Sean's mom?
Because she's, what's her name from Schitt's Creek? That's why.
She is she's really
Rosalind?
good in this,
No,
actually.
what's her name?
I don't remember. But
oh my gosh.
Rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara.
Rest in peace, yes. And now we do the sign of the cross
and then
again.
we do the sign of the cross as is ritual. So Sean
Jocelyn, I'm so sorry. Jocelyn. Sorry, I needed to know what it was before we moved on. Anyway, it's Jocelyn from Schitt's Creek. Continue.
So
they're partying.
Sean and his friend Denny, I think is his name, who is not a good actor. Sorry, buddy, you got the bad. Not bad, but like maybe it's just because everyone else did such a good job.
It's possible.
But like he's giving more like classic teen rom-com acting for the friend. But maybe it works. I don't know. I don't want to be...
It's not that distracting.
It's really not. So he's there and they both have to drive the keg to the party. This guy, Denny, is like excited to go to this party.
Yeah.
And Sean's still like, what?
Sean doesn't want anything to do with anyone. Yeah. And Denny's just like, come on, man, we're in high school. Let's party.
Denny also starts giving the like, let's get laid kind of vibes,
Classic.
which is like,
classic high school boys. Yeah.
So at the party, everything's going great until Flora catches Tucker hooking up with his ex, which like we could as soon before the movie even started, we knew this was going to happen.
Right. You got to get these two apart so we can get these two together, you know?
Yeah. And there was like a small comment earlier in the movie where Flora's friends were like, wow, you're so nice to Tucker's ex, you know, like.
Because she's a nice girl.
Yeah, I'm just nice.
She's not jealous because there is no competition. She is Flora Morgan.
Right. Unfortunately, it backfires. Tucker tries to talk himself out of it. He's just like a sociopath or something.
Yeah.
He tries to talk himself out of trouble.
Yeah.
But she leaves just in time to find Sean pulling up at the keg. So he leaves Denny in the keg.
Yeah.
And Flora gets in his car and he has to drive her home.
He's her safe ride.
Yes.
We love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, he's really nice. She's very much in control because they go home and she was like, and if you were a good person, you'd stay to make sure I don't, like...
Yeah.
It was like basically like telling him what to do and stuff.
Yeah. It's because she knew he was a good boy. She was like, this guy, he's fine.
Right. And this is like realistic to me.
Yeah.
You can just tell a nice boy what to do and he'll do it.
Yeah. That's how you know he's a nice boy.
Yeah.
If you tell a boy what to do and he doesn't do it, he's not a nice
like,
boy.
No.
Yeah. Unless it's causing
Switch him out.
bodily harm, you should always do it.
So her parents aren't home and she kind of gives the whole like, oh yeah, they're never here. They're always doing their physics stuff. And I just raise myself basically. But he falls asleep on the couch after
putting her to bed.
And then in the morning is awoken by her parents, like poking him and being like, are you a burglar?
Yeah. They were doing the scientist thing. They were testing a hypothesis.
Yes.
They were questioning.
So it turns out Flora's parents, of course, big nerds. They're like, what does fumble mean? What does fumble?
Those were the moments I was like, okay,
6, 7?
relax. Yeah. I was like, okay, we don't need all that. We don't, like, come on. We know.
What is Riz? It's
charisma. Anyway.
So he like, it turns out they know him because he has applied to their internship and he won like this science project thing that they were familiar with.
He's really good at physics. I know we've been
really
talking
good.
about the fact that he's like obsessed with it, but like he's also very good.
Yeah, he's not obsessed with it, but like
but like
student.
mediocre. Yeah, no, like he's really good at it and he loves it. It's his whole thing.
Anyway, they're like, oh, okay, well, good. He leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Flora's friends come in and are like, oh my God, did Sean Foster spend the night? Like, what?
He's hot now.
Yeah. Ooh. So Flora's friends are talking to her and trying to, she's got to get over this whole Tucker thing.
Of course, you've got to.
And they bring up the fact that she has always gotten kind of like overly into the things that her boyfriend's into. So like she wasn't anti-college, anti-SATs until she got really invested with Tucker and the TikToking and his brand and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then like they had some other things from like when she was a kid and she got into like Cleopatra because a boy was into Egypt. And it's like, that's fine.
Okay, but like Cleopatra, she's cool
She's
as
really
fuck,
cool,
dude.
though.
Like of all the things to get into, Cleopatra's a pretty good one.
Well, okay, things that you shouldn't get into. Manipulating your daughter. So
I mean...
So her Flora's parents hear this conversation and they have just met Sean and they're like, oh my God. Perfect idea.
Yeah.
We need our dumb, unserious, unstudious daughter to get into studying by liking a boy who's into studying.
Yeah.
So
nothing bad could possibly happen.
What? And this is where I'm like, this is insane. And I don't know. Like the rest of the movie is so like, the emotions that come from this are very real and grounded from it. And there's like more background to the characters. And like, so this is just like a very, I don't know, silly setup for that.
Yeah.
Like it balances in a weird way for me.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we needed the silly to kick off so that we could get to the emotionally grounded
You're
and
so
realistic stuff.
And that's what this is all about.
Yeah, because like, listen, you can't get there with no silly thing, you know?
No.
There's always a silly thing. In life and in movies, there's always a silly thing.
Hey, I'm looking at a silly thing right now.
Hey, I feel like a silly thing.
So they call Sean to a meeting and are like, we will write you a recommendation letter to MIT if you like court our daughter, woo her.
Yes.
So that she's into you, so that she gets into studying. So he's like aware this is a plan. And he's like, I don't see how that would work.
Yeah.
But
and they're like, no, it'll work. Don't worry about it.
It'll work. Yeah. They're like, it's fine. It'll work. I don't think they offer him money at this point because I don't remember
because he says
that
no
coming
a
up
couple
until
times.
later. Yeah.
Because he's like, no. And they're like, okay, but what if we do this? No. What if you, and then I think they offer the money here.
Okay.
But
well,
it's
they
like
do
the last sweetener. It's like,
right.
Like
or
also, it's
also,
not even something that he wants. Or it's like, they're like,
one of the first
and we'll
things.
pay you $1,500 or whatever much it is on top of it.
Yeah. Like,
which I mean,
he really
could
wants
use for school.
Definitely. I mean, that's not even going to cover textbooks. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
True.
But he definitely wants the letter of recommendation. So he's like, okay, I'll approach Flora. And on the other side, Flora's friends are like, hey, let's get you another guy to date so you get over Tucker.
Yeah.
And
That's where to get over someone is to get under someone new, baby.
They have a whole conversation about how, like, isn't that actually a bad idea? And they're like, no, we're in high school.
So self-aware.
Yeah. So
the decisions we make here don't matter.
Right. I guess it'll never affect. And then you have to decide like your college major like at the same time. So, you know, whatever.
Yeah. You don't want to make all good decisions. You gotta balance it out.
So Sean approaches Flora and he's like awkward about it, but manages to get her to agree to come over for a study session.
Yeah.
Hooray.
It worked. And that's the thing. And we can talk about this once we get into like the fallout of this plan. But this is low key where I'm like, okay, I'm not actually mad at him because it's not like he manipulated her into going on a date with him. He literally was just like, well, I'll ask her. And if she says no, she says no. And I'm not going to do anything about it. But She said
she
yes.
was game. Like, she might have even approached him.
Right.
Like.
So I'm less like, I know we've done movies in the past where it's like, there's a bet on the line, or there's like, you know, one of those kind of setups. And it always is icky when there's like a ton of, or even like time loop movies. It's like you're using the information that you have to gain an advantage, and that's fucked up. And in this case, it's like pure chance that when he asks her out, she's already been like on the other end talked to by her friends. Like, you should go out with somebody.
I think there are a lot of points where he could have revealed this he would have been entirely blameless, but he does not do it.
He does it at the wrong time. But like, again,
but
it's
no,
not
it's
like
still
he's
not
actively,
the worst, right?
It's not like he's actively manipulating her. So it's like, I don't know. I feel for him. I'm like, I wouldn't have known when to reveal it either.
I mean, I don't know. I think there were a couple times where I'm like,
I mean, I would never have gotten into this.
He runs away from the conversation instead of telling her.
He's a scared little boy.
He's a cowardly man.
No,
he's just a
boy.
Kid. He's growing. So
he's a growing boy.
He's a growing boy. Flora goes to Sean's house. She's really nice to his sister, Lindsay, who's obsessed with Flora and is like, she's the coolest. Mm-hmm. And she's also like, Sean's obviously very nervous. He doesn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
He's never dated anyone. And she's really cool about it. She's like, this doesn't have to be scary.
To be that cool girl. Like, genuinely, Flora is did you ever have like an older girl in your life, whether it was a cousin or like someone at your school, that you were like, oh my God, that is the coolest. Like, I want to be her when I grow up. She's so cool.
Gosh, she's probably smoking cigarettes. She's
She's probably had sex, you know, and you're just like, she's so cool. Yeah, that really resonated.
Definitely giving that. So they all go, Flora, Sean, and Lindsay all go to a party in the woods. Like, classic. Flora takes them. Tucker is there too. And he pours a beer for Lindsay and like realizes who she is. So this asshole has his, you know, his little manipulation radar going.
Classic.
But Sean and Flora have a nice little bonding moment talking about constellations. A lot of rom-coms, especially teen rom-coms, I feel like they have some kind of either like a myth or a book or some kind of plot, like that they're like, this is what our love is like.
Yeah.
And for these two, they relate to Perseus and Andromeda. So like an unlikely hero and a princess that no one could rescue and gave up on. Right.
Yeah. And in Twilight, Bella's reading Wuthering Heights.
Of course. And in 50 Shades of Grey, it's Tess of the D'Urbervilles.
I love that. You know, I feel like that's like a micro trope. Like, I don't feel like people talk about that as much as they talk about like, oh, friends to lovers, or, you know, like those big ones. But that's in all of them, especially the teen ones. Yeah.
And I think it's because when you're teens, you're like reading this literature
in
school.
That's
and that's
true.
like what you're relating it to.
Yeah. Or if you're a full adult woman writing about teens, you're remembering that you had to like read shit. Yeah. What did I have to read for school?
Romeo and Juliet. Okay, got it.
Yeah, classic.
So this is also the conversation where Sean realizes that like Flora is really smart.
Yeah.
Like, an actual smart person, you know? And he, I guess up to this point, had assumed that she was stupid.
Yeah. I think everyone has underestimated my girl.
Into studying. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's a thing that I've noticed as well is like when we're having these conversations about like intelligence, like for me, the biggest sign of intelligence isn't how much shit you know.
Yeah.
It's how many questions you ask. Like, to me, when I think about my intelligence, it's not about like, oh, I can tell you like about these obscure things that I know about a certain topic or whatever. Yeah. It's the fact that whenever I'm like, oh, I wonder who Henry VIII's last wife was. Like, what was her name?
Like curiosity.
Then I look it up.
Yeah, it
I
was
look it
Catherine
up,
Parr.
and now I have. Yeah, it was Catherine Parr. She survived. But do you know what I mean?
Like, only know that from the musical.
It's the like asking of questions to get an understanding. And you're right. It's like the curiosity that comes with life. I feel like a lot of people, like, it maddens me sometimes when I'll be having a conversation like with my sister or with like whoever, and they're like, oh yeah, I wonder who X, Y, and Z question. And I'm like, there's this thing called the internet. We can look it up right now to find the answer. Like, why are you? And they're totally content with not knowing the answer. And I'm like, could not be me.
I'm fine. I mean, sometimes I'll ask questions and I'll be like, because I want to like just chat and debate with someone, and then, or like not debate, but like chat, have a conversation, or be like, come up with ideas, imagine or something.
Yeah.
And then someone will be like, oh, well, let me look it up. And I'm like, you just, never mind. I don't want to sit here while you look up the answer
like
to
that.
it.
It's not when you're like in a flow state with somebody.
Right.
I simply mean that like some people are perfectly content when they're like stuck at a thing and they need an answer to that thing. They will just abandon and leave as opposed to finding the answer to that thing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why are we doing that?
Keep going. Keep trying. You could
Keep
rescue
trying.
Andromeda, the princess.
Yes, and
If you
Flora
don't
is
give up.
very clearly a curious person. We see it from the beginning of the movie up until this point. She's asking questions. She's engaging with the world around her in a way that like shows, at the very least, emotional intelligence, but I think even on a higher level, just intelligence in general.
Yes. And she's, again, really nice because the cops show up to this party.
Oh, yeah.
And they confront Lindsay sitting there holding a beer. And Flora comes in and just like takes it and chugs it. And like no one gets in trouble. Right.
Yeah. Classic.
But Sean like pieces out from this and doesn't respond to Flora's texts all night.
Oh, Sean.
But
you dumb boy.
Well, he's actually very quick to like apologize here because it's literally the next day.
Yeah, well, because his sister, it's because he was like, Flora this, Flora that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And Lindsay's like, she literally just saved my ass. So, like, be nice to her. So, yeah, I think he, like, sat on it all night and was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Think she's a good person. Fuck.
So he goes in the next day, he apologizes to her and is like, I was blaming you for my discomfort. And he admits that he likes her. He's like, actually, I like you.
We love a self-aware king. So cute.
Yeah. And this really just like kicks off their relationship. They start hanging out a lot.
Which is so cute. And I think too, that moment where he like says that he likes her, I was like, oh my God, am I 13? Like,
yeah.
like I just, that feeling. And I feel like we don't get that a lot in like teen romance because it's always poorly written or poorly performed. And so you're like, oh, I don't feel like that euphoria of like your first crush or like your high school boyfriend or whatever. But here I definitely felt it. I was like, oh my God, they're so cute.
I feel like, I don't know if I related more to him or to her.
Listen,
It was tough.
you don't need to choose.
Yeah.
Why choose?
So Sean, he gets his letter of recommendation from the parents, and Flora gets into studying as they wanted.
Yeah.
Sean like opens up to her about his dad, who like saying like, oh, he died in a drunk driving accident. And Flora takes Sean to her secret place by the water. And as we know, you take a boy to your secret place,
when you want to let him into your secret garden,
he's gonna betray you. Yeah, but that's like in these movies, that's what happens.
Yeah, the minute you share it with a boy, he ruins it.
He ruins it. But while they're out there, bonding, he asks her to homecoming. And she says yes. It's really cute when she shows up because she's in a cute outfit and like he's the one who comes down the stairs.
It's
and
so
it was like I loved this. It's so like
fun. It's so fun. Yeah. And it's basically because, again, we're flipping the tropes a bit and putting like the traditional like female main character tropes on the boy and not on the girl. I think also in the time that we're seeing them like dating, started or, hanging out, whatever you want to call it. She also opens up to the fact that she has taken practice exams for the SATs and has scored really well.
Yeah.
And so she kind of opens up to Sean as well and is like, I know what my parents want from me, but that's not the life that I want. She's like, I'm not a fucking idiot. Like,
yeah,
I was curious. Of course I wanted, again, curiosity. She's like, okay, I wanted to know how I would score, but it's like, I don't want to give them what they want. And actually, I want to be a writer.
Right. She talks about writing in her journal, and now that's kind of, so he's like, oh, so you're like a writer? And she's like, stop. No.
No, totally. And it's really cute because, again, it's just, we're seeing their relationship progress from virtually strangers, right?
Yeah.
Like they were acquaintances in school at best. And now she's opening up to him. He's opening up to her with all the stories about his dad and all of that stuff. And it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
we love that.
So they go to homecoming, and Tucker approaches them and he's trying to play mind games with Sean. He's like, it's hard to, like, when you are with a girl who doesn't know what she really likes and what she really is, like, you start to think, does she really like you? It's just like, so, like, are we supposed to believe
And Sean's
this?
like, what?
Yeah. And then Flora's friends are the ones calling, like, who homecoming king and queen are. So when they pull the card and it says Tucker and Flora, they're like, it's Sean and Flora because they're friends. Like, why would they?
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Would they need to, like, keep the honor of the homecoming court? I don't think so. The integrity of homecoming.
Hey,
king.
don't say that. Trump's people might just show up at that high school and demand a fucking audit of the votes. You don't want Trump at your school, a high school? That's a bunch of underage people.
Dude,
not safe.
I would actually love to see Trump go up against a bunch of high schoolers. They're vicious.
They are pretty vicious.
So
they scare me a little bit. Yeah.
Sean stands up for Flora to Tucker, basically being like, shut up. And they hit each other. They get in a fight.
Classic.
And then with all of the attention on them, we see, like, Sean is, like, seeing all the people looking at him, and he panics and runs away. So Flora goes after him.
Classic.
And this is where he brings in another layer to the dead dad story, which is that his dad was actually an alcoholic, and he was the one driving. He caused the accident
he was
that
the
killed
drunk
him.
driver. Yeah.
Right. And the tie-in there is that, like, he was an inconsistent person. So sometimes he was really great. He loved him. And then other times he was this drunk guy,
Yeah. I couldn't possibly relate to that.
Right. So Sean's thing is, like, I don't want to be that way. And feeling like a different person with Flora is confusing to him because he's like, am I being inconsistent? Like, what is this? And she comforts him, basically being like, you're good,
I'm fine. We're fine.
And then she pushes him in the pool, which is, like, a good way to stop spiraling.
I love it. I love a pool scene. And they kiss. They kiss right after she says the movie title.
Yeah, she's like, kissing's the easy part.
And she's not wrong.
No.
Kissing that's the best part.
Dude, you just press lips to lips.
It's fine.
You don't have to do any calculations or anything.
Yeah,
it's so
you don't
easy.
have to worry. Vibes are good.
So after this point is when we see Sean's phone blow up with a message that he's received $2,000 from Flora's parents.
Right.
Wild. At the same time, Flora is very clear that she wants to have sex with him.
Yeah. And he's like, not yet.
He's
not
reluctant,
yet.
and she's, like, trying to figure. She's like, oh, if it's because you haven't done it before, like, here's all this. And he's like not really opening up about why.
Right.
He doesn't want to, which honestly, he doesn't need to. He could just not want to. But in this case, she's like, there's something going on. And yes, we know it's because he feels guilty about this setup with her parents.
Right.
And then she's like trying to hook up with him, but her parents get home and they all have dinner. Yes. And this is where we see that Flora's parents really just think of her as, like, a silly person. They talk about how they would give her all these puzzles as a kid to do and honestly, my, like, physicist brother does this to his kids too, of like what's 11 times 12, like trying to do times tables and stuff.
God forbid your kids aren't smart. God forbid.
Right. And it's like, come on, okay, I know you're really intelligent and you want a lot for your child, but, like, you don't know that the child is into those things, and children will be like, really excited to show you something that you are excited to see.
Right. Yeah. They just want your attention. Like literally the only objective of a child is like, how can I get my parents' attention?
Please pay attention to me. I mean, all that being said, my nephew loves, math and stuff.
I was gonna say, I think it worked in favor.
It did work out. But here, like, they gave her all these puzzles, and eventually she, like, instead of doing the puzzle, she just drew, like, a little cotton candy thing and set them melting. And they're like, oh, and that's our daughter, little cotton candy.
And that's our little cotton candy daughter.
And it just, like, it was a shitty way to talk about her, just kind of implying that she's dumb.
Right.
So Sean is like, actually, she got this super high score on an SAT.
1,500 on her practice test. Yeah.
And
I love when that happens. I love it when someone like that trope of like one of the main characters is being like treated as dumb or whatever. Yeah. And then the other one's like, well, actually, I'm stepping in.
You don't know your daughter.
You don't know her.
Yeah.
She's better than you. Yeah, I love it.
Afterwards, she's like, I kind of hate that you told them that, but also I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Like, she was into it.
Yeah.
Here is where I feel like he should have told her everything, and he didn't. And you can see it too, because they're literally talking, having this conversation, and he just he leaves. He's like, I have to go, like, instead of telling her. Like, we see him make the choice not to tell her. And that was I was like, Sean, no!
Sean!
Because that's a lot. Like, he looks really bad for that because of what, I mean, he does give everything back to her parents after this.
Like, right after that, he's like, nope, I don't want the money. I don't want he like rips up the recommendation letter. Yeah, he's like, nope, this is fucked up.
Yeah, actually, no, this is fucked up. You should not be doing this to your daughter.
What you guys are doing to your daughter is awful.
Really, like, I'm a kid and you, like, kind of manipulated me into this.
Because, God, it's so bad.
It's really bad. Her parents are definitely the villains of this.
Well, arguably,
but they come back around.
Tucker is the actual villain.
Okay, Tucker is the actual villain, yes.
Because he overhears in the hallway. I think he overhears Sean's sister talking to, what was his name, Denny?
Yeah.
About the fact that Sean gave all the money back and like essentially being like, and this was the whole arrangement.
Yeah. And
in a hallway with people.
It's the girl he was making out with, like his ex-girlfriend who was making out with at the party is like, she overhears Flora and her friends and Denny's sister and like feeds him this information.
Yes.
Very convenient. Mm-hmm. But Tucker goes to Lindsay and like manipulates her into confirming it.
Right. Fuck it. Tucker is the villain. Like, her parents are bad, but they get better. Tucker doesn't.
Personally think this movie could have done without Tucker, and I kind of
they should have committed to the parents being the villains.
I think if they cut out the Tucker stuff, it would have left more room to get like the meat out of
into
that,
the gritty,
the
nitty gritty.
Yeah, but know, I still like the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tucker is like, okay, now he knows what's going on. He has this information, but Sean, after clearing his conscience by returning everything, takes Flora to her special place. They confess their love for each other with their bodies.
Well, yes, the teens have sex.
And
you watch the whole... No.
This is where I'm like, he should have known he needed to tell her before
your
they
conscience
had sex.
is not clear, my dude. And that's what I was like screaming at my TV. I was like, you're not done.
That's why I'm like, this is actually kind of dark for
like,
him.
Good and first steps. Yeah. The first steps were great. You returned the money. You gave back the letter, blah, blah, blah. But you should have confessed before, doing all of that stuff. So Flora still has no idea anything is amiss. Now she thinks everything's perfect because they finally had sex. And she's like, okay, great.
She signed up to take the SATs. She's like, I'm going to take the SATs. I'm figuring out what to do with my life. My boyfriend's, or the guy I'm seeing, is really nice and sweet. And like, things are looking up for Flora.
Hot now?
Yeah. And he's hot now. Like,
yeah.
Anyway.
So she's at Sean's house because it's Sean's mom's birthday.
Yes.
And they're having like a cutie little party. So there's a couple of revelations that she has by talking with Sean's mom, Jocelyn from Schitt's Creek. And is that this compulsion that Sean has to go to MIT is tied directly to his dad and that very complicated relationship.
It all comes back down to the dad.
Yeah, it really does, because the dad used to work in the kitchens at MIT.
He was a janitor or something.
Yeah. So he was, it's very Goodwill Hunting. He was a worker at the campus, and put it into Sean's head from when he was a very, very young kid that Sean needed to go to MIT.
Yeah, he would tell everyone, like, my son's going to go to MIT.
My son's going to go to MIT. And so Sean really took that burden upon himself.
Just as Flora took on the idea of being...
Of her smart parents.
Cotton candy and...
Oh, yes, that idea.
And and that tension. Mm-hmm. But so when they're having dinner or cake or whatever, Tucker shows up, crashes the party.
Classic.
And reveals everything. Mm-hmm. So it's like he's just too evil, you know?
Yeah,
like,
he is too evil. Well, he's not even evil. He's just stupid and selfish. Like, he's stupid and selfish and makes it everybody else's problem.
But he does give it like a, Sean did this thing and... Oh, but clearly he must have told you all this before you even, like,
he does do that. You're right.
Sex.
The posturing
and then, like,
of it. Yeah,
is like, oh, Sean really did. And like, yes, Sean did mess up, but you're the one coming in here and doing
blowing everything up. Yeah.
So anyway, Flora leaves, obviously. Sean is ashamed, devastated.
Both devastated.
Awful. His mom is like, it hurts so much because his
whole
mom
scene hurts.
is like, please tell me you didn't do this.
Yeah. And then he's like sobbing and he's like sobbing into her. And I was like, And I do love, back to your comment about this movie feeling very real and grounded. So the fallout from this is exactly what you expect, right? Flora wants nothing to do with Sean. Flora's friends are surrounding her with their energy to like help her through this time. Meanwhile, Sean is depressed. And I love that when his mom comes to talk to him, his mom is the perfect kind of mom to be raising a son, because she still says, like, obviously you're my son and I love you, but I didn't raise you to do this. So what the fuck is going on, kid? Right. Like, what are we doing? And has like a very frank conversation with him and is just like, you did a bad thing. Mm-hmm. And I know you want to fix it. I know you want to apologize and get Flora back or whatever the case may be, but some things can't be fixed.
Yeah. It's just, you just have to move on. Like, you did a bad thing. You gotta
own it and you gotta keep it pushing. And she's the same with the daughter, because the daughter obviously feels really guilty about like, knowing all of this information and telling it to Tucker and all of the, being an accomplice to all of this. And she apologizes to Sean as well. And I just love when the mom is like, they like all hug and she's like, oh God, thank goodness I like you guys again. Cause I didn't for a minute there. And I was just like, hell yeah. That's the kind of mom I want. Yeah.
That's so real. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Tucker, he goes to Flora and he tries to woo her back. I don't know why she's entertaining this.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go. I got you. You're coming to LA for the investor meeting for Tuck Everlasting. So it's the same day as the SATs. So now we have 3 things going on that day. You've got the SATs, you've got this flight to the investor meeting, and then you've got Sean's like physics presentation that he has to do, his science project.
Yeah.
Then we get to the scene that made me cry.
Yeah, this was a good scene.
Flora's mom, in tears, tells Flora, just apologizes to her for this horrible setup she did, and basically is like, I don't know if I was jealous, but like, I didn't encourage your natural abilities. You have this natural light that shines out of you. And like, I'm sorry for not encouraging that and trying to make you more like us. Mm-hmm. And I cried. I was like, it's so beautiful.
Embarrassed. Do you know
so
what this?
Good.
No, don't be embarrassed. Never be embarrassed for crying at something that makes you feel something. Because I agree, that moment also got me, and I think it felt very reminiscent of the scene in, spoiler alert, Bridgerton season 2 at the end when everything, the chips has fallen. I think it's the very last episode, and Kate is having the conversation with her mom, and she's like, I put too much on you. I let you carry this for so long. And she's like, no, I owed it to you. I owed it to all of you. And she was like, you didn't owe us anything. Yeah. You didn't, like, I was never collecting on anything, essentially.
Right.
And it's just this moment of like, when the like, I don't know, when the strong child or the child who like has maybe a really big chip on their shoulder about something is finally like released of that thing. And that's what this moment kind of felt like. She just finally was like, the burden of being the cotton candy child and what that meant and the insult that it was coming from her parents is finally like, we can let go of that a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Did you expect this emotional depth from the Tubi Wattpad adaptation?
Genuinely did it, and I'm so happy.
Didn't.
I'm so happy it's there.
So it's the day of the physics competition, SAT flight, and Sean's setting up with Denny. And the Morgans come by, which I love this because they come by and Sean's mom is like, oh. Like you
these parents,
these people give them a look, but they're like we're sorry, there's no more of that going on. They're really excited for Sean's project and they tell him, hey, her flight leaves in an hour.
Just so you know.
So them telling him this, he's like, wait. And his mom is like, this is when you can go and try to get her back. Like, that's
this is the moment, kid. Yeah.
So he rushes to the airport.
Yes.
Meanwhile, at the airport.
Yeah. She's already there. They're already going through security. And in the middle of all of that, Flora's like, wait a second.
Why am I doing this?
Why am I going? Why am I going with this loser? Because he essentially tells her, he's like, oh, no, like, don't worry. Like, I'm going to sign this deal and then you can just like be pretty and not do anything for the rest of your life. Like, you're not the brains behind this, even though she quite simply is. And so she's like, wait a second. What the fuck am I doing here? I need to go. So she literally leaves at the same time that Sean is getting to the airport. So they have a fun little like running through the airport sequence, and then she's like, I need a ride to my SAT time, so let's go. And she's like, by the way, doesn't mean we're good or anything, right? But just because I let you drive me to my SAT,
I'm not forgiving you.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
But she goes to the SATs. He makes it back for his presentation. He gets into MIT.
Yep.
She does great on the SATs.
Yeah.
Cut to a year later.
1 year later. I was surprised about the time jump. I'm not going to lie.
I think it makes sense and actually is like good and healthy for the characters.
No, 100%. I was just surprised.
Right. No, me too. I thought maybe they'd just get together then. But no, there's a year break. So he's off at MIT. She goes and travels for a year, we find out, because like she's at her little special place and he walks up too and they have their little conversation.
Yeah.
About like the changes and growth they've had in the past year. And then they kiss.
It's time. They've matured. They've learned some things about themselves and now they can be together. Happily ever after.
The cat keeps running behind my computers.
Oh my goodness.
Record. So that's for anyone watching video.
The baby. She's like, I'm going to be disruptive today.
That's all right. That's why we have her. Yeah. It's very surprising quality of
genuinely when I pitched it to you, I was like, okay, we'll do another bad movie. Like I was like, we'll do another awful Tubi movie. And then it wasn't. And I was like, wait
a second.
These are so cute. I do think, again, it comes down to the performances. The actor who plays the main guy, Sean, Asher Angel was in the Shazam movies, and I'm not speaking to the quality of the Shazam movies, but I am saying that like they wouldn't just cast some really bad new actor to be
that's superhero
in
money.
a multi-million-dollar project.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so he has to be at least decent. And so I think especially coming off of the like how to lose a popularity contest, that guy was so bad. And I'm just like, imagine how much better that movie could have been with someone like Asher Angel in that role, like someone who can actually act in that role. You know, I don't know.
I mean, and who knows? Hey, give it another shot. Actor from that popularity.
Listen, I want you to grow. I would love for you to learn some more and come back and do it again and like be really good. I'm not saying that you'll never be a good actor, but I'm just saying right now you need some work.
Could be.
Yeah.
What age would you most like this movie?
Honestly, my current age. I do think I enjoyed this. I don't think I would have been able to grasp the nuance that we kind of talked about in the episode, just talking about like, you know, how I probably would have grasped some of it, but I don't think I would have appreciated it. I would have just been like, fall in love if I was a bit younger. So I think now, genuinely, like I had a ball watching it.
I really liked it too. I do think I would have enjoyed this as like a 14-year-old. I think I would have been like,
of
course.
My
God, I hope I get like a nerdy physics boy.
A nerdy, hot physics boy. Yeah. No, totally. I think this is the kind of movie that these are the kinds of movies I would like to continue being made for like someone who's currently 14 and watching it on Tubi. You know, like there's a great message in there about being true to yourself and like finding your own passions with Flora. I think there's also good messages about like communication and like, you know, those kinds of things. And I think that I wish there was more like this for younger people to kind of get into their like romance bag.
Yeah, give them a little, you know, meat on the
give them some good
on
stuff.
The bones. Yeah.
We got some good stuff back in our day. You know what I mean? For sure. I feel like the teen market has been not great.
Well, here's one for them.
Take it. Kissing is the easy part.
Easy part. Mm-hmm. Well, there it goes. Thank you, Tubi.
Thanks, Tubi. Do the sign of the cross.
The time and the ritual. Thank you, Tubi. Mm-hmm. Thank Tubi. And then I guess we'll come back next week to talk about a different movie.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
So before then, we'll shout out our $10 patrons, as we like to do. Shout out to HPG, shout out to darlinghomebody.com, Nicole J, and shout out to Catherine W.
Hell yeah. And until next week, remember to keep falling in love
with yourselves.
Bye.
If you'd like to find the Rom-Complex on social media, head on over to Instagram or TikTok at The Rom-Complex.
You can also find us on our website, theromcomplex.com, where you can have access to all of our latest episodes and links to our social media pages, as well as Patreon.
That's right. Our Patreon is at patreon.com/theromcomplex. Head over there and you can sign up for any tier and gain access to mini episodes, tarot readings, watch-alongs, and more. And of course, if you're a $10 patron, we will shout you out on every episode. Thanks for listening.